back to the channel. You join us today. We're back in the Chausson 630 E-Tap, and today myself and my brother Laurie are off on a bit of an adventure again. We're back on the Red Funnel Ferry on our way to North Island, mainland UK as people like to call it, and we are going to, where are we going?
We're going to S&G Leisure.
S&G Leisure in Bedford to have self-leveling fitted. This is an electric system which is made by a company called Tessa, and yeah, going to have that fitted today, or tomorrow, sorry. So tonight we're going to have a pub stop, and then on tomorrow we go in to have that fitted. So join us a bit later on in the day. We'll show you the pub, and then tomorrow hopefully we'll get to show you some of the installation. See you in a bit. Right, so this is Red Funnel's signature lounge. Here, for a slightly extra fee, you can enjoy complimentary teas, coffees, hot chocolates and that sort of thing, a selection of pastries and cakes, and relax in the comfortable lounge. So here we are, parked at the Fancott Inn, and we're just going to go round, go over and have some dinner. So this is the Fancott Inn, just outside Luton in Bedfordshire. So we're going to go and have some dinner now, as this is a pub stop. So let's see what they've got to offer. Right, so let's have a walk through the Fancott Arms. So there's the main bar area, and we turn round in and walk into the dining area. Lots of little nooks and crannies. It's really cozy and inviting. This is the main dining area. Again, really nicely set out and very characterful and charming. They have a really lovely menu selection, and the Tuesday evening that we were there, they were doing a special offer, a drink and a meal for, I believe, £15, which was really good value. Well recommend it. The staff are nice, the food is delicious, and the setting is really cozy and warm. So the Fancott Inn gets a thumbs up from us. But it's a very attractive country pub. Fireplace there. So just having drinks.
It's having the idea.
Right, so I don't know if the camera will pick this up because the light's not very good. But there is my McDaddy burger. Laurie's got the winter schnitzel. being washed down with 2 pints of winter solstice beer, which I can say is absolutely delicious. So yeah, so far, Fancot Inn gets a big thumbs up. Right, we had a delicious meal. We've just come outside, go back to the motorhome, and it's snowing. So, this is a new thing. Never been in a motorhome in the snow before. New experience. Yeah. Unbelievable. Hope it's not too thick by morning. Good morning. We are here. This is the Fancot Arms Inn. Very lovely, quaint pub. Great food, great staff. And as you can hear, it's situated by quite a noisy road. If I turn you around, you'll be able to see what it's like. So yeah, busy road. Thankfully the traffic goes down at night, so it's fairly quiet, peaceful. This is us here. A picturesque little pub. Nice welcome pub stop. So beer garden area here. Children's play area over there. They have electric hookup if you need it. We didn't use it last night, but it's there if you need it. So overnight is usual thing. It's free if you eat in the pub. Don't know if the hookup is an extra. They certainly didn't say that it was, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But unlike any other pub that I've seen anywhere else, this one has its own railway. Sadly not in use today, but it has a small gauge railway which goes off around the garden, which is absolutely fabulous. Goes round in a big circle and then back up to the station. Station's complete with its own bridge over the railway track. And yeah, quite unique really. So we've just had breakfast, and in a minute we're off to have the self-leveling put in. So we'll show you some more of that, hopefully, depending on whether they mind us filming or not. But hopefully we'll show you some of that a bit later on. So there we are, the Fancot Arms Inn. Yeah, nice little pub stop. So as I said, the food's good, staff are very nice and attentive, everything you could want. We shall see you later on. Right, so we made it here. This is S&G Leisure in Hotcliffe. In here, the van is already up on the ramps and they're starting to lay out the brackets for the self-leveling system. S&G Home and Leisure is actually on a working farm, working sheep farm, which is behind me here. Lots of sheeps in there. As you can see, there's a few motorhomes here already, obviously having work done. They do everything here, from awnings to self-leveling, air suspension, that sort of thing. You name it, they do it, which is very useful. So if I turn this around, this is sort of main workshop area here. There we are, up on the ramps already. This gentleman's getting himself ready. Stick on the self-leveling. Tearing right into it already. Brackets are all laid out, ready to go on. And this is what it looks like underneath a brand new Showsong. Right, more of that in a minute. So these are the new brackets gone onto the chassis frame, which will mount the legs onto. The holes are drilled and prepared, and then sprayed with something rusty. There we go. There, we've been here 20 minutes and the first leg is already hung. These guys are going like a Formula One pit crew.
No, you're not going to fold it like that. It's got to be told.
That's both rear legs in now. And these swing up under here when they're not in use, and then when you press the button they'll swing down into this position, and then they can lower down, thus lifting the van. I was asking the gentleman earlier about installing these, and he was saying that they can get sort of challenges with different manufacturers of the motorhomes putting things where they don't need to be. But the chassis are all basically the same. So yeah, you get little differences between manufacturers putting things in like underslung gas tanks, which can cause them a challenge. But so far, this one seems to be quite straightforward. Forward brackets going in. Are they heavy, these legs?
This is the heaviest part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So once you put the electronics are really, really light, but their legs are the heaviest part of the whole build, really.
So this is the wiring loom. Big box of electrics in the middle there. I guess that's the brains of it all, is it, there in the middle?
Yeah, so they have everything in there, you know, all your each power to each leg. gyro, keypad, everything connects into there basically.
Yeah.
We run big leg, power to power, and then we have to pick up a D plus. So obviously, if you start the engine, it warns you that the system is down. So
Clever stuff.
but it's just all ruin it neatly. Follow the lines down to the legs basically. So yeah, we're just gonna find the best place to put it. Probably just here.
Luke's favourite.
And make sure sort of got preemptive in place and then go right, okay, is that long enough to go to that there? Because obviously they're set lengths.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes obviously you can easily make a mistake and you go, there's the middle. Because they've got a huge overhang. And then
You can be in a
go,
pickle.
oh, so just make sure everything's right first. Keycap will just go inside the door for operation.
Yeah. It's funny, my brother was saying that he's sort of researching different systems of that. And he had a mobile Vetta before, which he had a hydraulic system put on. He was never happy with it because it worked fine, but the legs were really skinny. And he said, you know, when you're lifting up, you know, 3.5, 4 tons of motorhome on very skinny legs, it just looked a bit precarious.
I think every system, whether it be hydraulic or electric systems, got its advantages and sort of disadvantages. Hydraulic is, in my eyes, up there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Has got so many limitations, because you're always starting from here and the legs are going down 2 stages. So touch the floor, 1 stage, and then you've got 2 stages.
Yeah.
And the more uneven, they're more capable of doing.
They got him.
With the electric system, because obviously the way they start there, essentially.
Yeah.
So they come down to the ground, and you need a 35mm gap. Okay. And then obviously it does its extension through, and just on electric, no hydraulic pumps, so there's no chance of leaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And disadvantage sometimes is then if you're sort of more at an incline, obviously this leg comes down. If you're more, the back end is further up, then obviously that can make it restricted.
Okay.
But that would be in more sort of harsher yard. You sort of go, right, okay, what can I do?
Yeah.
This is always going to be a nice point. This lowest point amount. And the back you'll see we put sort of extensions on it to give it that 35mm gap. So there's always ways around it. Obviously, the main thing is obviously it will level you, and it stops that sort of swaying in high winds or if you're literally around. That's the main thing. That's what they both do. Again, with hydraulic, it's them, for a more harsher environment, you never sort of got to worry about having that
ground clearance. Yeah.
You get a really thick sort of grass or something like that, and you might think, I'm touching something. It's not technically, you know what I mean? But it feels a tension. It's thinking, oh, I might touch you. So, but the nice thing about these is they can fold away. Right out of the way.
They're good.
Yeah. Hydraulic leg would sort of sit about there.
Yes.
Flew over a speed bump or something like that. But there are some people that might miss that speed bump going too fast.
Yeah.
Well, this is how it comes.
Yep.
So we have to cut hole this bit. So what we do is we've 3D printed this bracket, so it actually fits in smooth, nice and looks prettier.
That's a lot better, isn't it?
Hole behind here.
Yeah, because I think your son was saying some people take these out and swap them over to a new van.
Well, they do, but the problem is then they say to us, "Can you tidy up the hole in the woodwork?" We're not chickens.
Yeah, and you're left with a huge hole.
They're left with a huge hole. So this way, they're only left with that size hole.
That's really neat.
Hole.
That is really neat. 3D printing, where would we be without it?
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
You can do anything. Yeah.
That's good.
Brilliant. So you can see the 2 legs here and here. These are the front ones. wiring loom is just there waiting to be connected. Gentleman at the back is just wiring up the rear legs and sorting out the loom there, while the other gentleman is locating the keypad inside, which is going to go just inside the habitation door. It's really good. They're discussing all the sort of various options with us, so we're happy with what they're doing. And really good. Can't fault it. Right, so yes, you got the legs in, rear legs there, wired in, caps on, and then underneath is the control box here. All the wiring fed in and cable tied up, nice and neat. And going through to the front legs here. They're all wired in. Really neat job. And then they're just going to connect up the power, put the control box on inside, and drop the van down and give it a test. So I've just been talking about air suspension, and it's likely that we're going to be back in a few weeks' time, because Laurie's thinking about putting that in. But that is a really nice, neat job. So the chap's just put these two shims in, here and here, to extend the drop of the leg so that you have a maximum or a minimum clearance from the bottom of the leg to the ground of 35 mil to give the leg the maximum height of lift. No, thought of everything. Right, so we're at the calibration stage now.
She said wasn't too outrageous. And baby, if you don't like this beat, how
So they're lifting the van now. So it's up on the back. And that's the front going up.
They're watching it live in the studio right now. And Jordan, you'll be back with more information on all of it in half an hour. But for right now, that is it from us. It is just coming up to 1 p.m.
Going down. Right, so legs coming down and van going up. There we go. So that was interesting. As it was coming up, the door started to swing closed.
Done. Cool. So that is you level inside on the floor now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. I can level it to the worktops if you want, but we do tend to do it to the floor for showers and stuff like that.
No, that's fine.
You might find the worktops are still very slightly out, but
Yeah.
it's just the way the vehicles are built.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But yeah, that's what she looks like level.
Brilliant.
There we are. Calibration done. So van down, legs up. So that's the legs stowed away.
Yeah.
Right, we are going to wrap that one up there. Mark, the head of engineering, is going to give us a run through of the control panel, just to make sure that we understand how it all works. There he is, the man himself. Just like to say a big thank you to George and his family for making us feel so welcome. The service and support is second to none. The installation, absolutely brilliant, rapidly done and very neatly done. So, nothing more to say, but thank you to George and his sons, Daniel, Carl, and Mark, and of course, Big Mark, the director. So if you're in the market for a self-leveling system like we were, or an air suspension system, S&G Leisure do absolutely everything from off-grid power supplies to solar panels to satellite dishes, awnings, you name it, they do it. So if you're in the market for an accessory to your motorhome, caravan or camper van, give S&G Leisure a call. You won't be disappointed. The service and attention to detail is absolutely brilliant. Thank you again, and we will see you on the next one where we're back at S&G Leisure to have air suspension fitted. So we will see you on that one. Thanks for watching, and see you again. Bye-bye.